Hi. Hi. Um, actually remember today. Yay. Hopefully we'll get the streak going. Oh, got my cross. Oh well. On to Psalm 10 today. So yeah, and we're starting off with Good News Translation, because why not? Prayer for justice. Why are you so far away, O Lord? Why do you hide yourself when we are in trouble? The wicked are proud and prosecute the poor. Catch them in the traps they have made. The wicked are proud of their evil desires. The greedy curse and reject the Lord. The wicked do not care about the Lord. In their pride they think that God doesn't matter. The wicked succeed in everything. They cannot understand God's judgments. They sneer at their enemies. They say to themselves, "We will never fail. We will never be in trouble." Their speech is filled with curses, lies, and threats. They are quick to speak hateful, evil words. They hide themselves in villages, waiting to murder innocent people. They spy on helpless victims. They wait in their hiding place like lions. They lie in wait for the poor. They catch them in their traps and drag them away. The helpless victims lie crushed. Brute strength has defeated them. The wicked say to themselves, "God doesn't care. He has closed his eyes and will never see me." O Lord, punish those wicked people. Remember those who are suffering. How can the wicked despise God and say to themselves, "He will not punish me"? But do you see? You take notice of the trouble and suffering and are always ready to help. The helpless commit themselves to you, and you have always helped the needy. Break the power of the wicked and evil people. Punish them for the wrong they have done until they do it no more. The Lord is king forever and ever. Those who worship other gods will vanish from his land. You will listen, O Lord, to the prayers of the lowly. You will give them courage. You will hear the cries of the oppressed and the orphans. You will judge in their favor, so that mortal men may cause terror no more. I think I got that mostly. Truly is a prayer for justice. You can't expect God to be with you if you're not first trying to be with God, because the truth is, God is with you. But if you hide yourself from him, there's nothing he can do. If you choose to disobey him, you have free will. A lot of the problems of this world are caused by our free will, and he's given it to us freely. Anyway, let's read the King James Version. Lamed. Why standest thou far off, O Lord? Why hidest thou thyself in times of trouble? The wicked in his pride doth prosecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. Amen. For those wicked boasteth of his heart's desires, and blessedeth the cavernous whom the Lord abhorreth. None. The wicked through pride of his countenance will not seek after God. God is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far beyond out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he putteth at them. He hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved. I shall never be in adversity. Okay, some of these words I really don't know. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud, and under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are set against the poor. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion is den. He lieth wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth into his net his craft, and humbleth himself, and the poor may fall into his strong ones. He hath said in his heart, God hath forgotten. He hiddeth his face, and he will never see it. Arise, O Lord, O God, lift up thy hand, forget not the humble. Whether doth the wicked contemn God, hath said in his heart, thou wilt not require it. Thou hast seen it, for thou beholdest mischief and spite, and require it in thy hand. The poor committeth himself unto thee, thou art the helper of the fatherless. Break thou arm of the wicked, and evil man seek out his wickedness till thou find none. The Lord is king ever and ever. The heathens perished out of his land. Tor, Lord, thou hast heard the desire of the humble. Thou wilt prepare their heart, thou wilt cause thine ear to hear, to judge the fatherless and the oppressed, and the man of the earth will not be no more oppressed. I accidentally stopped it just for a second. Oops. Hopefully I could string them together. But sorry about the pause. Anyway, and I'm not redoing this. But yeah, King James. I didn't really understand that at all. Like, I feel like maybe if we're living in that time, it would have been more true to it. But like, something tells me that that was not accurate at all. Let's read the NIV, New International Version. Let's read that one. I feel like that would be a better thing before we go on to the message. Because yeah, that don't like King James' version of that. That was very wrong. There was context clues that maybe you could find if you actually spoke old, like Shakespearean English, but like that was for the modern audiences. Yeah, I did that. Gave me the wrong impression, completely the wrong impression. Anyway, Psalm 10, New International Version. Lord, do you stand afar off? Why do you hide yourself in times of trouble? In his arrogance, the wicked man hunts down the weak who are caught in the schemes that he devises. He boasts about the cravings of his heart. He blesses the greedy and reviles the Lord. In his pride, the wicked man does not seek him. For all his thoughts, there is no room for God. His ways are always presumptuous. Your laws are rejected by him. He sneers at all his enemies. He says to himself, nothing will ever shake me. He swears, no one will ever do me harm. His mouth is full of lies and threats, and trouble and evil are under his tongue. He lies in wait near the villages. From an ambush he murders the innocent. His eyes watch in secret for his victims. Like a lion he covers in wait. He lies in wait to catch the helpless. He catches the helpless and drags them off to his net. The victims are crushed, they will collapse, they will fall under his strength. He says to himself, God will never notice. He covers his face and never sees. Arise, Lord, lift up your hand, O God. Do not forget the helpless. Why does the wicked man revile God? Why does he say to himself, he won't call me to account? But you, God, see the trouble afflicted. You consider their grief and take in hand. The victims commit themselves to you. You are the helper of the fatherless. Break the arm of the wicked man and call the evildoer to account for his wickedness that would not otherwise be found out. The Lord is king forever and ever. The nations will perish from his land. You, Lord, hear the desire of the afflicted. Encourage them, and you will listen to their cry, defending the fatherless and the oppressed, so that earthly mortals will never again strike terror. That was good. It was basically saying, like, yeah, justice. The evil man does evil things, and the Lord will strike him down for it. I think we need to recognize that we've all done evil things, and the Lord won't strike us down for it. We will be punished. Jesus was punished in our stead, and the choice we have is, do we follow him, or do we perish? Because if we follow him, then we won't be able to do evil anymore. Well, that's a lie. You will falter and you will make mistakes, but if you truly submit yourself to God, and each day try to submit yourself ever a step closer, you won't ever truly commit truly evil, despicable acts for which society says you're irredeemable. You will make mistakes and you'll fall down, but you'll get up and you'll apologize and you'll do better next time. The Lord is wondrous. He forgives all our sins. The Lord is wondrous. They forgive all our sins. Um, Truly they are wondrous. And for that, I pledge myself to do good in the world, and I will always try to do good in the world, and I hope this message goes out and you try to do good in the world. Maybe it starts with small things, but in the end, it's all you can do, one step at a time. Do good, be good, trust in the Lord and follow His heart, and you will do good in the world. Anyway, let's read the message. God, are you avoiding me? Where are you when I need you? Full of hot hair, the wicked are hot on the trail of the poor, trip them up and tangle them up in their fine-tuned turned plots. The wicked are windbags, the swindlers have foul breath, the wicked snub God, their noses stuck high in the air, their graffiti crawled on the walls. Catch us if you can! God is dead. Again, nothing for what you think. If you get in their way, they blow you off, they live and they think in their life, and we can't go wrong, this is our lucky year. They carry a mouthful of spells, their tongues spit venom like adders, they hide behind ordinary people, then pounce on their victims. They mark the luckless, then wait like a hunter in the blind. When the poor wretched wanderer is too close, they stab him in the back, the hapless fool is kicked to the ground, the unlucky victim is brutally axed. They think God has dumped him. They are sure that God is indifferent to his plight. Time to get up, God, get moving. The luckless think they are God-forsaken. No wonder why the wicked scorn God and get away with it. Why the wicked are so cocksure they will never come for audit, but you know it. You know all about it. The contempt, the abuse. I dare believe that the luckless will be lucky some day in you. You won't let them down. The orphans won't be orphans forever. Break the wicked's right arm. Break all the evil left arm. Search and destroy every sign of crime. God's grace and order wins. Godlessness loses. The victim, faint pulse picks up. The hearts of the hopeless plump red blood as you put your ear to their lips. The orphans get parents, the homeless get homes. The reign of terror is over. The rule of the gang lords is ended. Truly visually descriptive, as always. The message is very visually descriptive. And also, it really relates, or at least this kind of related a lot more to the modern day. That sense of where is the God? A lot of people say God is dead. And they proceed to do wicked things. They proceed to embrace hate and segregation. And sometimes they don't even realize it. I know I'm a very hateful person. I hate a lot of things, but I try not to. I try to let them go. I try to love. But I suppose you can never fully get away with it because I hate hatred. I hate bigotry. I hate ignorance. Willful ignorance especially. I hate stupidity, lack of critical thinking. I hate. But I hate because I love. Because they could be so much more. They could be so much better. This world could be glorious if only we people decided it should be. Worked together, loved one another, cared for one another. But we don't. There are people out there who are trying, but are they really trying? Do they really understand? And sometimes I wonder maybe the reason I understand is because when I was a child I prayed for wisdom, and I believe God gave it to me. People say I'm old beyond my years. I feel like I'm old beyond my years. But I'm young, very young. My eyes are wide open to all the plights of the world. It nearly consumed me and drowned me. But I'm still standing, thanks to the Lord. Oh my goodness, I'm so monotone right now, but the Lord saved me when I was drowning. He pulled me out and said there's a better way, and I will follow them forever. follow him forever. I submitted myself fully to God, and I will never look back, because justice is what I seek, and I know I'll only be able to achieve it through the Lord, because I do not have the power, I do not have the strength, and I certainly would never have had the wisdom if it wasn't for the Lord. But I do, and I see these things, and I see this wisdom, and I'm able to see the bigger picture thanks to the Lord. And I want to be standing here, well, not really standing, but I'm here recording this because I want to share it with the world. Well, I feel like I'm called to share it with the world because I don't know what to do yet. I don't know what else to do. Still, it feels like there's so many things I don't know. I know so much, yet I know so little. It's one of the reasons I want your comments, because I want to know your story. You don't actually have to share your story, but just share your opinions, your grievances with the world, with God, with people. And maybe I can answer some of them, and give me your questions, but also give me your answers. And I want to debate, and I want to improve my mind, because we need to have healthy debate. We need to have so many things. The world could be so much better if we just cooperated, if we met halfway. Actually, no, we don't have to meet halfway. We don't have to agree with everyone to get along and to fix things. We just have to acknowledge the other person as a person and treat them with dignity and respect. And honestly, that would go a long way. And it's sad that what should be, honestly, the least you can do is something to be exalted. Treating everyone with respect is something that many people don't do. Nearly no one I know treats everyone they know with respect and dignity, because they are a human being. And it's something we need to get better at as a race. We need to treat everyone as a human being worthy of dignity and respect, regardless of their past, regardless of their opinions. Anyway, bye!